So we got until April to pull our stories together. I'm sure everybody's working hard. From now on my blog's going to be called Manky Blood. I'm going to do my best to all of my critics not to swear too much. I can't say I'm going to keep that promise when we get into the oral evidence sessions because I'm going to speak my mind. I hope everybody is getting the support they need to pull together their personal pieces of evidence. We all know this is way past time being sorted, and the current passing the buck to devolved authorities, passing the buck to the Department of Health in Westminster is a piece of political nonsense, particularly when it's pretty clear now from the evidence I've seen that it's far more than one ministry involved in this, that this should rest at the PM's office, that the Cabinet Secretary should be taking personal charge of improving the schemes and perhaps even considering starting a pilot to see if we can assess those that are still alive, either as victims or widows, before it's too late. At least 100 of us are going to die every year this inquiry takes place. Even based on the ambitious timetable, and I do believe it's ambitious, Sir Brian, that means that at least 200 will die before you report from now. At that, we're also looking at political delays. So what I would ask every campaigner out there to do is to make sure that whoever your MP is, whenever this political nonsense settles down, and your MP currently is fully abreast of all facts about your individual case and the general points about the injustices that exist within the current so-called support schemes. We're all sitting in hardship in one way, shape or another. I'm in a house that I can barely occupy because I can't get upstairs. I'd like to do something better by myself. I'd like to be able to have some comfort for what's left of my life. But as things drag on, I'm beginning to wonder if that will be the case. This needs answers, and this is not going to be cheap. And at the moment, everything that's been tried has that sense of being on the cheap. By this point in time, government knows it's liable because its lawyers have looked at their stuff. Of course they have. And the real game now in this inquiry, and this is why I'm going to find it quite distasteful, is going to be how much can we pretend isn't our fault, how much can we devolve, and how much can we get off with. And when I think about what I wouldn't let my kids off with, if any doctor, any civil servant gets a proverbial slap up the back of my head, up the back of their heads from me, you'll know you've earned it. It's time for decency. It's time for change. Hanging around and waiting for Sir Brian's report and ignoring interim recommendations are absolutely unacceptable. The schemes must be updated now as a matter of urgency. They must broaden and cover all carers and provide support for those who have helped deal with the mess created by people within the civil service who were too gutless to admit the truth at the start. Haemophiliacs were always lab rats. I now understand why. It doesn't mean non-haemophiliacs weren't put in the line of fire knowingly. From what I've seen, it's arguable that the whole of this scandal, Hep B, Hep C, Hep E, and to some extent CJD, is a knowingly man-made event if you take on the concept of motorway medicine. Motorway medicine is basically a surgeon goes to a hospital with a high level of fractures because he wants to become the best orthopaedic surgeon in the world. But after working there for 3 months, he becomes aware that one particular bend on one particular road is returning 70% of his patients. The question: at what point do you become a safety campaigner for roads rather than an ambitious surgeon making your career on broken bones. It's a good one, isn't it?